Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a fake fireplace prop for your upcoming Halloween decorations this season. Let's get into it. Alright, let's give you a little close-up on this one that I had previously made. It's got a hollowed out bottom to it, so you can just place your lights in there and switch them out whenever, however you want. Different colors, different styles, and I just wanted to show you that before I started. Okay, let's start out with stuff you're gonna need. Definitely the paint, your reds, blacks, and whites. The more matte the color is, the better. The shiny stuff on the spray foam really doesn't look too well in the end of things. You're gonna need spray foam. This one fills large gaps, so you can get more of a bulbousy, large rock feel to it. The smaller gap filled foam, I don't know what it is, the smaller gap stuff. It might help you with your light shining through a little bit more, because this large stuff left a sidewall about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches thick. You're also gonna need tons of sticks, obviously, lights, whatever you want to do inside of it. The paintbrush was for the white paint. It was probably the final step I did, painting on the white ashy texture. Plastic wrap. That was used to cover the bowl that goes on. You put the bowl down and then you cover the saran wrap and then start spraying. So I think I covered all the bases. Oh, and obviously your surface you're going to be spraying on. It doesn't really matter. I've seen people do it on concrete. Obviously, you probably want to do it on something a little more throwaway, like cheap wood or cardboard. A lot of people do. So make sure you have a good base to work on. All right, let's get to wrapping this bowl. Let me set this down real quick. Hopefully it doesn't make too much extra noise. I already ripped my pieces of saran wrap because, oh my god, it is a nightmare to deal with. So you're gonna want to do a crisscross pattern with these wraps. One wrapped, and make sure you tuck it under. Make sure it gets nice and flat down on the surface. Then go the other way. This is just reassuring that you're going to have a good release when it's time to peel the bowl away. Okay, that's it for that step. And we are on to the spray foam step. Definitely give it a little shake before you start spraying, or even twisting the straw cap on. There we go. For the pattern, I kind of just freestyled it. There's no real proper direction, but kind of want to start around the collar of it. Just to build that base up, make sure it's locked in there. This part, I want to take my lights. What do I do with those? And I want to start pushing them in. Oh my gosh, I should totally have some gloves on for this. But yeah, you kind of want to do a base coat of foam before you put your lights in, just so it has a solid platform for the lights to adhere to the bottom, and it kind of protects them from underneath as well. So you kind of just, as you're doing this, you can also lay down some foam, making sure everything gets a good adhesion. And I think that's good for now. I'm just gonna leave a little pigtail at the end, probably around 10 inches sticking out. And again, you just want to make sure everything sticks, because not everything is going to lay flat. Obviously, some lights are going to be poking out. That edge up. Okay, looks like I'm all out. All right. We're gonna let this dry for around, I'd say, 15 minutes, and then it should be dry to the touch, and then the next step we'll be adding our spray paint. Oh, forgot probably one of the most important steps. Sticks. Obviously the most realistic step to this whole project. Adding sticks, and this also kind of hides your green power lines throughout your Halloween lights. And just kind of work them in there like a regular natural fire pit. If they're just too awkward, wait for it to dry, and then you can snap them off. Yeah, I advise definitely wear gloves while doing this. It's not fun. Go around here. That was kind of a wet one. This. Kind of use the other sticks to poke your twigs into to minimize the nastiness on your fingers. And while adding these sticks, you really can't go overboard, because the more you add, it's just the more realistic it looks. Okay. I think I'll stop there. I think that's enough. And then I'll wait, like 15 minutes for it to dry. not too bad. I'm halfway through letting it dry up. I just wanted to show you the stick placement on the other side and a little pigtail out. Not too bad. All right. This stuff is finally set up. Able to touch it, and it should be ready for paint. I'm going to start with the matte black paint. Make sure to give it a good shake for about a minute straight or so. And I don't know if you guys seen like other videos of this stuff floating around, but you don't want to coat the whole foam campfire with black. You just want to kind of accent it. So kind of has a dusty look to it, and definitely don't go over the light sticking out of the foam, because you want to preserve that brightness of those lights. And you can get the bottom of it a little bit more darker, because, you know, when you're going to be placing this on your front yard or wherever you're putting it, you can get that bottom base a little darker. Work it in there. Again, get that bottom a little heavy. And make sure to get the twigs painted a little darker too, just to kind of emulate that burnt look to it. Okay, I might have went a little too heavy on that paint, but we'll see. The good thing with this one is, if it is a little too dark to let the inner lights shine through, the bottom is hollow, so I can, and it will allow me to add more light at the bottom to brighten that fire light up a little more. The next step, add your matte red. If I can get this guy, hold on. Just to emulate burning coals, little splashes here and there. And if you get it too bright in some spots, you always can bust out the black and go back over it. Yeah, see, like I did the twig. Might want to go back over that with a black. All right, there we go. I think that'll be it for the red and black colors. I'm gonna let this dry again, and then after that I'm gonna put on my white paint with a paintbrush. But you definitely want the black and red paint to dry before you do the paintbrush step. Okay, for this last step with paint, I got the white matte paint, and I forgot to show you beforehand that I got out a paper bag, just so I can spray my paintbrush without it going everywhere. Keep it contained. So what you're going to want to do is spray your matte white paint onto your paintbrush. Making sure it's soaked on both sides. Kind of get that excess drip off of it. And then slowly just go over stuff. And it should give that distressed burnt charcoal look to it. I probably had to just spray my paintbrush at least twice. You don't really have to douse it because this white paint stretches a lot. You don't need much. What I did was mainly go for the sticks and twigs first. Essentially the harder spots to hit. And then after that, I went and did the coals. I mean, I'm working with an already painted brush that's pretty much, it's stiff, so it doesn't want to work the bristles into the crevices as easily as a soft new brush would. But it still gets the job done. Let me see. Yeah, once I'm done with the back side, I'll take the camera off the tripod and show you guys over here. And again, if you paint this white paint on too much, you can always mist over a little bit with the black paint, just to kind of tone it down. I think I might need one more splash of paint. Yeah, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Backside. I mean, you could go over this for like half an hour if you're super particular about where you want to put this stuff, but I mean, it's mostly going to be lit up at night, so honestly, who's going to really see it or point it out? Except you, the person who made it. I think that will, that'll do it. Only going on the middle, make it a little more little bit of more of a burnt texture. Okay, I think that's it. This step of the project, I don't know how other people release their foam from their flat surface, but it was either this or a snow shovel I did last time. Pretty much like you're getting a giant pizza out of an oven. But I had to do it pretty forcefully. Let me set the mic down and I'll show you guys. Just kind of working the edges to release that foam grip. That wasn't too bad, but like anything you've scuffed up from punching it free, obviously you can go back over with some spray paint. And this is the bowl that helped to keep its dome shape. Let me set this mic down again, see if I can release this. Not too bad. You can kind of see the lights underneath. But it still obviously has a little, ooh. Yeah, it's a lot softer and it's still setting up on the inside, so I'm just going to let that hang out for a minute. And on to the next clip, I'll show you guys what it looks like lit up at night. Okay. This is the final result. I'll just give you a little walk around. I noticed one of my twigs came loose. I mean, a little bit of hot glue will fix that easily. Not bad. I will also show you what it looks like with the lights turned off. See how bright it actually is. And if it isn't bright, I always have enough room underneath to add more. So let's go to the night shot. Shot with the lights off. Not too bad. Cool, alright. I mean, that's pretty much it. So I wanted to do a little side-by-side shot of the original one I made, sitting next to the one I just made in the video. I mean, you can see a little bit of a difference. And, yeah, I definitely like the one on the right more. It's obviously brighter, but I can also the one on the left, obviously it gives a better effect of it, of like a more natural burning ember fire, but I don't know, I kind of like the one on the right a little more. But yeah, I just wanted to set these two guys up next to each other. See how they turned out. There you go. And there you have it, from beginning to end, your prop fire pit for your Halloween decorations. Mine took around 2 hours. Hopefully yours will take a lot quicker than that. It was fun. It was my first, prop project. Definitely learned a lot from the first one through to the second one. Yeah, I had fun. Hopefully this will make it a lot easier for you guys when you decide to go ahead and tackle this project and keep on creating. I'll see you guys next time.